Today we are going to learn about the various types of layouts of an automobile. In automobile, as the vehicle has different types of chassis, as you see in the figure, it has got longitudinal member, a cross member, and on the cross member you can see the gearbox, clutch, engine, propeller shaft, differential, rear axles, everything is mounted on it. To give the robustness to the vehicle, the layout should be strong. There are many types of layout. In the picture in front of you, you see that conventional layout, but there are other types of layout also. That is front engine, front wheel drive, rear engine, rear wheel drive, four wheel drive, articulated vehicle, depending upon the type of application of vehicles. In the figure you see the Mercedes layout, where you can see the half part of the chassis is made up of tubular section, I section, and the half front part where the engine and clutch is mounted is made up of sheet metal reinforcement. That is the combination of conventional chassis and integral chassis. In the figure again we are seeing the conventional chassis, where the total transmission system is shown in the figure. The front axle is a dead axle, as you see in the figure. The engine, then flywheel, clutch, transmission, then the propeller shaft, and for propeller shaft two universal joints are employed, one above the chassis and one below the chassis. The rear axle is connected to the differential, which is again connected to the propeller shaft with the help of universal joint. The chassis is given a taper in the front intentionally for the steering of front wheels. This is the military vehicle, you can call it as, where you can see there are two differentials, two propeller shafts, a separate transfer box is provided where the power is transmitted to the front wheel or the rear wheel as per the application of vehicle. In such type of layout, if the vehicle is going on irregular roads, then the drive can be given to both the front wheels or the rear wheels, either of the case. In this case, both the axles are live axles. The number of differentials are 2, universal joints are 4, propeller shafts are 2, and engine is somewhat adjusted on offside, and there are two gear shifting levers, one for conventional gearbox and one other for transfer box. This is the conventional chassis of truck, where you see that the rear axle is only one. In the rear axle, if the rear axle is more, then you can have more rear axles, as you see in the next figure. See, in this figure there are two rear axles each having 4 wheels, means depending upon the capacity of the vehicle you can increase the rear axles or the front axles depending on load and road conditions. This is the chassis line diagram, where the reinforcement is made diagonally. The extra lugs are provided for the suspension system. In the next lecture we will see in detail about the types of various layouts. Thank you.